Have you ever lived in an old building? One of those places with history etched into its very walls, where every creak of the floorboards tells a story. I used to live in one, a grand old apartment building with high ceilings and long, dimly lit corridors. It was mostly quiet, filled with elderly residents who had lived there for decades. But every night, something strange would happen. Around midnight, just as the city outside was finally hushing, I'd hear it. Footsteps. A steady, deliberate rhythm echoing down the long hallway. Clip, clop, clip, clop. It wasn't the shuffling of slippers or the quick tread of someone in a hurry. It sounded like hard-soled shoes on the old linoleum floor. The first few times, I just assumed it was a neighbor coming home late from work. Nothing unusual about that. But then I started to notice a pattern. The footsteps always started at the far end of the hall, near the old service elevator that hadn't worked in years. They would proceed slowly, methodically, all the way down the corridor, right past my door. I'd hold my breath, listening as the sound grew louder and then faded away as it reached the main staircase at the other end. But here's the weird part. I never heard a door open or close. Never. Curiosity got the better of me. One night, I waited, my heart thumping. The moment I heard the first clip, I crept to my door and peered through the peephole. The hallway was empty. A pale yellow light from the single bulb cast long, distorted shadows, but there was absolutely no one there. Yet the sound continued, growing louder as it approached my door, as if an invisible person was walking right past my line of sight. I could feel the vibrations through the floor. Then the sound faded as it moved on. I started asking my neighbors. Mrs. Gable in 3B, who had lived there for 40 years, just gave me a knowing, tight-lipped smile. "Oh, that's just the night walker," she said, as if she were talking about the mailman. She wouldn't say anything more. Others would just shrug, claiming they slept with fans on and never heard a thing. But I saw the flicker of recognition in their eyes. They knew. I tried to find a logical explanation. Was it the plumbing, the building settling, an acoustic anomaly? I even stayed up with a friend one night. He heard it too. We both stared at the empty hallway through the peephole, completely baffled. The sound was undeniably real, but its source was a complete mystery. It was as if someone was caught in a loop, forever walking that same path, night after night. I moved out a year later, not because I was terrified, but because I couldn't solve the puzzle. It drove me crazy. To this day, I wonder about those footsteps. Who was the night walker? A former resident? A security guard from a bygone era? Or just a phantom echo trapped in the memory of the building itself? Some mysteries, I suppose, are meant to remain unsolved, echoing forever in a long, dark corridor. What's the strangest thing you've ever experienced in a place you've lived? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you enjoy a good mystery, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for listening.